Voice of America has been following two new U.S. lawmakers during their first year as members of the U.S. Congress. Republican Pete Stauber of Minnesota's 8th Congressional District and Democratic Representative Kate Porter of California's 45th Congressional District. Through our project entitled Climbing the Hill, we'll introduce you to the challenges and successes during their first year representing constituents in Washington, D.C. In this report, VOA's Carolyn Presutti shows us how former law professor Katie Porter deals with the transition to U.S. representative.
To many, California means sunshine and beach. It's also long been known as one of the most liberal states in the Union. But let's fly 20 minutes inland from the Pacific Ocean to one of the few conservative enclaves left, where something happened that surprised many seasoned political experts.
The first time I went up to someone and I said, "This is Congresswoman-elect Katie Porter," it was an odd experience.
Odd for district residents, too, because Porter is a Democrat. Her district, in historically conservative and Republican Orange County, hasn't elected a Democrat since it was created in 1983.
So we swung this district 22 points, which is really rare to see that kind of big change.
So how did this former Iowa farm girl do it? And why is she now a rising star within her party and a darling of national media? One answer is right here. Porter, a Harvard Law and Yale graduate, is a law professor on leave from the University of California in Irvine. Here, her campaign is credited with increasing voting numbers from 2 to 30%. Andre Mouchard is the political editor at the Orange County Register.
They were bringing out younger, left-leaning voters, and that, where previously there had been none.
Hello, this is Representative Porter's office. How can I help you?
Porter didn't originally intend to run for office. In 2016, she was poised to join presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's team on housing issues. But after the presidential election, Porter's direction turned political, and she decided she wanted to make a difference.
I hadn't really seen myself as a candidate until after President Trump ran and won.
Porter is part of an historically diverse Congress of majority Democrats who ran in opposition to President Trump's policies. About 25% of members of Congress are now women. That is the highest in American history, but still falls well short compared to the percent of women in the U.S. population. The new representative of California's 45th district was sworn in on her 45th birthday.
They cut the cake immediately when I got there. I was thrilled that Senator Warren came by personally to wish me happy birthday.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, Porter's former professor at Harvard, is now a Democratic candidate for president.
The gentlelady from California, Ms. Porter, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Porter landed a prime assignment to the Financial Services Committee.
On the record.
Up next, Porter's piercing questions push her into the national debate as this divorced mom of 3 balances family time. Carolyn Presutti, VOA News.
For a new politician, exposure on traditional and social media is paramount to re-election. VOA has been following two new U.S. lawmakers, Republican Pete Stauber of Minnesota and Democratic Representative Katie Porter of California. In our next Climbing the Hill report, VOA's Carolyn Presutti shows us how former law professor Katie Porter is putting her training into practice and making headlines.